Hey, 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 it's Caroline here. Wow. Um, Things have been going really well, as far as me staying on course. And the funny thing is that the longer I am on this, eating mostly fruits and vegetables, really hardly any starch recently, very, very little. Um, the more, the easier it gets. I think, feeding your brain enough carbohydrates and natural fructose sugar really starts to prevent all those cravings. And so that's going really well. Um, the scale is just, I know, I'm supposed to get rid of it. Haven't done that yet. But it's just kind of fun to monitor it and to prove to yourself that that scale is really absolutely useless. Because, I mean, from one day to the next, all over the place. And it's so much to do, mostly to do with water and how your body retains water and whatnot, from sugar to I'm sorry, salt, how much salt you have from one day to the next. It's rather interesting, and I really kind of want to monitor that a little bit. I want to see how my body reacts to salt, from going to very, very little salt to adding a little to maybe a little bit more, and seeing how my body retains the salt. So I think typically I retain a lot of water, so we'll it's gonna be kind of fun to play with that a little bit. So that's where I'm at. Gosh, I don't know how long it's been. Over a month now. Working on the improvement of becoming a frugivore is what it's, I guess, been termed, of mostly fruits and vegetables. Again, I haven't gone fully that route, but I'm getting better and better and better. And like just yesterday, I was like, oh, I'll have some rice. I started to have some rice. It didn't taste good. I didn't want it. I wanted watermelon. But hint and note to self, I had a lunch meeting today and had a whole watermelon before I went. And let's just say I had to make a few trips to the bathroom. So, but it is what it is. And I'm doing what's good for me. And I did go to a beautiful, cute little French restaurant for lunch today. And while I had a plate of leaves, uh, I stuck to it. I had no problem with it either. And I did get the comment, "Oh wow, you're eating rather light today," or I'm not sure exactly what the comment was, but then hey, it opened up the conversation for another chance and for me to talk about this, and I'm okay with that. So it's getting easier. It's getting easier socially. It's getting easier craving wise, and I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like I'm really doing something great for my body. I did get the question today, and it comes up a lot. Where do you get your protein? And here's my answer. And if you really want a good explanation, get the book 80-10-10. But first of all, have you ever known anyone with a protein deficiency? No. And then you're getting more absorbent protein when you're eating raw fruits and green leaves. That the absorption of that protein is more powerful than any cooked food. And don't take my word for it. Go out there, research it, and there's going to be a study for everything out there to point you one way or another. But look at all the studies and come to your own conclusion. But my conclusion is, get the protein from a more direct source, a more powerful source, and really you don't need all that much. So I'm not really suffering from a protein deficiency. I'm getting plenty. And for athletes, it's just getting some maybe through nuts and seeds and avocado. But really, don't. Your main source of energy is going to come from carbohydrates. I've done a lot of research recently even on bodybuilders, on a similar or more of a raw diet. They might up the protein a little bit through like rice proteins and more nuts and seeds, but some are still keeping it 80-10-10 and building muscle, getting lean, competing solely on the physical and the consistency of their resistance training programs. So you work hard. It's a matter of working your muscles very, very hard. I've recently, over the last week, have taken in a lot more time at the track, doing a lot more sprints and things like that. Mostly because I just enjoy it. I told you I was an opportunist. I'm taking advantage of this wonderful, crazy, insane July weather that we're having here in Atlanta, and as well as getting my kids out there, hoping that, involving them and getting them involved will make them maybe want to join my side a little bit with a bit more exercise. So that's important to me. And sometimes they hop right in and sometimes they don't. Definitely seeing patterns there with whether or not there's a lot of people at the track or not. If there's not as many people there, then they're more likely to jump in. But any exercise, I can get in with them. And if anything, it's great personal quality time with them. So I enjoy that, and I think it brings us closer together versus going to the gym and dropping them off in the kiddie area, which they're really too big to be in there, but too young to be on their own. So it's not something that they particularly enjoy, and I get lots of guilt from that. So, but once it gets colder and school starts and things like that, it's gonna have to be back to that routine. But right now, I'm taking advantage of the track and enjoying that. Tonight, I don't have the kids, so yeah, I'm gonna go do some legs. I'm gonna put on some weight and get to it. So I make sure that I do still get into the gym and do weights a couple of times a week, but it's just not been as much on the weights recently, just for the sure fact of taking advantage of the wonderful facility we have here locally, track and stadium stairs and things like that to take advantage of. So that's where I'm at, and just a little update for you today. Actually, with my hair down and not so grungy. I haven't worked out yet, about to go here shortly. But thanks for listening, and I'll chat back with you later. If you like the video, click like. If you're interested in more information, want me to start covering specific topics, put it in the remarks. I'll be happy to do that, and I am going to get a little bit more specific as time goes on in regards to the benefits of 80-10-10. The health benefits are just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and I'll try to explain the science behind it, or the reasoning behind why this makes so much sense. So, but I mean, seriously though, if somebody's going to argue fruits and vegetables, it's a food addiction. And I'm going to get into that too, because we're all addicted to food. But this really helps you to start to break away from that. So it has healed many, many, many people with eating disorders. Just another check mark star bonus to this lifestyle. So anyway, I said I'd get rid of here. I keep chatting. I will chat at you guys later. Thanks for listening.